Hey everyone, my name is Scott. I write a little blog called SANspotter.com, and guess what? I just found some old footage of a flight from Charlotte, North Carolina to West Palm Beach, Florida that I never uploaded. Actually, there's not enough footage for a proper review, but that's okay. You see, I have an idea. I know this sounds harsh, but I'm starting to think that we have too many airlines here in the US, and just maybe, it wouldn't be all that bad if we lost one. Or two. I'm not hating or anything, but I nominate American Airlines to take one for the team. Before you attempt to castrate me for saying such a thing, you gotta know that I never would have thought something as cruel as that as I was walking through the Charlotte airport on this day way back in 2017. I like American Airlines. The employees are great. It's just that I don't particularly like the idea of using taxpayer money to prop up failed businesses. Wait, did I just go all political on you? The only reason why I'm calling out American Airlines for this is because they are in the worst shape financially out of all the US airlines. Well, that and the fact that I've got all this footage that I needed to use. But really, if Delta or United were in this same position, this would have been a video about Delta or United. Yep, when it comes to throwing airlines under the bus, I'm totally impartial. Oh, and yeah, the flight down to West Palm Beach looks to be on time, and here's some awkward selfie footage that I'm including as a desperate attempt to help make the video longer. You know, it's a really good thing that this video footage is from 2017. Why? Well, there's no way this cabin crew would have let me through this boarding door if they knew that the 2020 version of me would be throwing American Airlines under the bus like this. Letting American Airlines go would help to save the rest of the US airline industry. Yes, people would lose their jobs. I've been laid off 3 times in my corporate career, and I'm here to tell you, it sucks. But you know what? I ended up in a better place each time. Speaking of which, you better believe that window seat is mine. Losing a job is never good. Neither are these seats, but the point is that when one door closes, many others will open. And yes, this is a perfect opportunity to insert a witty comment about the boarding door of this plane still being open, but I'll spare you the agony. I feel really bad for American Airlines employees right now. It's gotta be rough knowing that they are just one brutal press release away from being laid off, and the kicker is that there won't be very many other airline jobs available if they are let go. For many, it will be the end of working in the airline industry for good. Did you know that American Airlines is cutting 83,000 jobs from their October schedule? That's a 55% reduction of what they were planning to fly, which is hard to fathom considering what they were planning to fly was almost 75% less than this time last year. With a current burn rate of nearly $30 million per day, at what point do they wave the white flag and admit that they are in an unsustainable situation? For those that are curious, United is currently burning $25 million a day. Delta, on the other hand, is sending $27 million up in flames every 24-hour period. So yeah, every airline has got problems right now. Not American Airlines problems, though. Those are the kind of problems that nobody wants. American Airlines has high-interest debt problems. The kind of debt that other airlines don't have. Remember when Doug Parker confidently proclaimed that American Airlines would never lose money again? I wish I would have had some footage of me laughing hysterically on this flight because, well, this would have been the perfect place for it. To explain their debt in the simplest terms possible, imagine walking into a bank and asking for a $500 loan. You, being 7 months behind on your 15% interest luxury SUV payments, are politely told no by the nice bank manager as he gently shows you to the door. As you walk away, you turn around to see the entire staff laughing and pointing at you, some even recording the experience for their TikTok followers. That's the kind of debt that American Airlines has. I'm clean out of footage of the Charlotte to West Palm Beach segment, but you're in luck. I have a lot of other random American Airlines footage that I've never uploaded, so this video isn't over quite yet. And you know, I can't help but to think that both United and Delta are really glad that I don't have any random footage of their airlines that I need to use up. Despite how cold and insensitive I may be coming across in this video so far, it's not all doom and gloom. As I said earlier, I like American Airlines. I want to see them succeed. However, something has got to give if we want any hope of a strong recovery in the airline industry, and it might as well be the weakest link in the chain. Whatever happened to survival of the fittest? Will no company of decent size in this country ever be allowed to go Chapter 7 bankrupt ever again? How is that helping us in the long run? Dang it, this is really hard to do without getting political. This may be the unpopular opinion, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Losing at least one major airline in this country would be painful in the short term, but it would be far better for the overall health and recovery of this industry. When demand for air travel returns, a new airline will rise from the ashes and fill the void. It's capitalism 101. But Scott, you say, don't you have any idea how difficult it would be to start a new airline from scratch? I do. I also know that if a major airline goes out of business, there will be a flood of used aircraft in the market at fire sale prices, as well as lots of talented people with airline experience ready for work. The only major hurdle would be obtaining an operating certificate from the FAA, which isn't impossible, especially since there would likely be no rush to get it done. What we really need is a startup airline that completely turns the industry on its head, the way Tesla did it for the automotive industry and how Amazon did it for e-commerce. That, whatever it is, will be the future of air travel. Any volunteers? I'd like to say that I've got some really innovative things cooking for SANspotter Air, but the truth is that I can't even decide on a freaking livery for my airplanes. I'm not the guy for that job. Oh, can I just give a massive shout out to Mark Huggenberger of SwissDayTours.com? He's your go-to guy for the next time you're in Switzerland because, well, I promise he'll show you things that you wouldn't have seen while sightseeing on your own. Sometimes it pays to seek the help of an expert. Speaking of seeking and sightseeing, have you seeked the Dose of Aviation Instagram page yet? I know you haven't because he's got 2,900 followers and this channel has got 34,000 subscribers. Let's get that man some more followers. As always, I can't end a video without giving huge props and thanks to my patrons. The people who generously support the SANspotter brand in exchange for behind-the-scenes content from me. You're all amazing. Anyway, thanks for watching. I deeply apologize to American Airlines, and I'll catch you in the next one.